Okay, yeah, I guess we are recording now. Hey everyone, this is Brendon, aka Skull Babylon, team captain for ParadigmShiftCentral.com, and this is my captain's log, or my admin's log, something that I'm trying to get in the habit of doing every Wednesday, particularly, since again Wednesday's kind of like pyramid-wise, week-wise, it's kind of the top of the pyramid, so it just sort of makes sense to kind of do it there in my mind. ParadigmShiftCentral.com, for those of you who do not know, is a global community of conscious people who are working together towards creating physical space as well as digital space to foster the growth of physical communities, like as in making new friends, and also just fostering the growth of being able to practice conscious discussions about the things that we don't usually get a chance to talk about, whether that things be about just metaphysical philosophy, dream exploration, understanding the self, understanding reality, and of course, just conversations relating to issues relating to the world that we're in, things that we have to go through every day. So, keeping this video within 6 or 7 minutes, keeping an eye on my time now, what I'm doing in this video is just going over a quick list of things that I actually just got written out, just like this little blurb here. So what I'm going to talk about in this video, and again, I'm from Paradigm Shift London, Ontario, Canada. That's the Paradigm Shift community there. So intro, just did that. Then I'm going to talk about my dream. I'm going to talk about just some updates on the website. Going to talk about the content creators, the submissions, the new videos, the inspirational videos that are going through Facebook.com/ParadigmShiftRadio. Facebook's format algorithm, I'm going to talk about that real quick. Walking my dogs and being psychic with your pets. Although that's really all I really want to mention about that. Like, we should just be more psychic with our pets, I think. Use it as practice, right? Mindfulness magic, the grid, space light buttons, and PSR Plus. So that's really all I'm going to mention. And to start off, dream-wise, because again, like, and a reminder for the other admins, notice how I have my tag at the bottom? This is like kind of off the clock, but Google actually updated their format as of just first time I've noticed today. And again, if you go into the Hangout toolbox on the left when you're in the Google Hangout, then you create like this little window on the side, edit your stuff there, and that's where you can get like your little ID thing at the bottom there. So if you add that, add your community, and that way people who are watching this who maybe have never heard what we're up to before will be able to just understand who's who and mentally be able to put things together. So dream-wise, I mean, my dream recall has not been like the greatest, and I know why, obviously. And but I did have some decent dream recall last night, and perhaps in particular it's just because of like the vividness of the dream. But in my dream last night, there was like this small snake. So there's a snake. First of all, you know, like snake's very symbolic, and yeah, I was like chasing it around or something, but there's other people there, and then like eventually like it did bite me. I think it bit me twice. And I just remember like it just like bit me on the finger at one point. It was a small one, but it just like really like, and I thought there was like kind of poison in it and stuff. I was like, but so that was in my dream last night. I'm not interpreting that as like a good or bad thing. I'm just observing and just like, you know, but anytime there's a snake in your dream, you should take notice to that, definitely. Snakes are obviously very symbolic. I mean, the DNA spiral helix, the idea of like energy moving, spiraling upwards, the knowledge of how magic works, so to speak. I'll talk about that more. And yeah, so that was my dream. Okay, so again, trying to keep this video concise. That's our goal. I mean, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, whatever you're working with, but just intentionally try not to take up too much time, in the sense that more people will be able to get these out there, and then as more admins continue to put out their admin logs, we will be able to just be like, oh, like, you know, like I want to check in with like what Joey's doing, and then just like be like, cool, that's awesome, and then get back to what they're doing, sort of thing, right? So again, reminder for all the other admins, put up an admin log when you get a chance. Use the Google Hangout. It's the easiest way to just like record it right to your YouTube, and just practice doing it. The reason why we're doing this is because of practice. So it's, yeah, just think about it that way. I mean, if we want to be able to like take this into the playoffs, then we need to be able to like practice on our own time as well. So, and the content creators thing, that's super key. That's like a huge portal, and I'm really excited that things are rolling with that, because that is like something that like goes way back to an idea that I had, and it was just like a matter of time, as in like a matter of years, until I felt that it was like the right time, and just recently like it launched, the portal opened, And that portal is through facebook.com/paradigmshiftradio. And I'll be able to show you real quick as I'm doing this. So watch, screen share on the left, Google Hangout, clicking this, yeah, this one. Perfect. And now, oops, okay, I clicked it twice. Oh, infinity. Okay, hold on. No, that's actually not, I did click the wrong one. Okay, there. So this is what I was just going to show you. So paradigmshiftcentral.com. This is what it looks like. Obviously, that's like because I'm the admin. But anyways, you got your banner with like how to start a paradigm shift community. That's key. And then underneath that, this is what I'm talking about. So the new videos by people in the community. There's one by Bryce. It's a really good one. Like, go watch that after you watch this. Like, his is super key. And there's Gianna and Genevieve doing their thing. And then we got our new buddy Phil. He made like an awesome documentary about the stuff happening in Pittsburgh. Like, check it out. It's really well done. And there's our buddy Sean, and he's doing like one takes on camera, again sharing some inspirational insight. Really awesome stuff. And then there's Kurt, like from Berlin, and he's talking about like energy work and like activating the third eye. So like all these videos are super key, and we want people to be able to get them more. And then there's Jordan, of course. Jordan's doing awesome things. And then underneath that, I know, yeah, there's MJ from Polk County, and then there's the paranormal video. But there is Kaylee. Gotta give a shout out to Kaylee. Like, her videos are awesome. Like, seriously, like, check out her videos. She's really, really like getting in there with the editing and the style, and she's got cats in her videos. So yeah, you definitely want to check that out. So anyways, those videos are also showing up here within paradigmshiftcentral.com/IS, stands for Inspirational Station. So when people come to the main website, obviously they'll be able to like access the banner at the top that updates them on the radio episodes, and advertisement on the left. Shout out to Paul Bogey and or Boggy rather, and yeah. So here is the playlist as the videos are coming in. I'm updating this so people who go straight to the website are still seeing this, and then this is also acting as an archive. And there's Terrence McKenna. Inspiration Station, and so the videos that are being entered in here are being logged for an archive, so people can go back to the website. And the website's going to be super epic, and I apologize for taking up more of your time, but there's just enough that I need to fill you guys in on. And yeah, so the Inspiration Station is what we're building, and again, like when people find out about the buttons. When people find out about the buttons, they get the website, and when they get the website, they like get access to these videos that people in our community are creating and contributing. So by people finding out about Paradigm Shift in any way, whether it be through the radio show, whether it be through like some of the videos that I've had up for years, whether it be through the Journey to Lucidity movie, whether it be through people getting buttons, whether it be through you telling people about it through pamphlets, because there's the pamphlets under the tools section of the website. You can download those and print those off just to like give to people, and you don't even have to have an official community like on the go. You can just, well, it'll probably like help get things rolling, but I mean, you can just like do it regardless. And again, so all this is informing people about what we're doing, the communities that already exist, the videos that people are submitting that are super inspirational, the radio show, which is something that they can get involved with, and it's interactive, and it's like every week, so it keeps like that helix nice and consistent, you know, doesn't like get like too stagnant. So like this formula, I mean, those of you who are obviously paying attention, I think you guys would agree it's working out nicely, and let's keep rolling with it. And I think you can see where things are going to keep evolving if we get more people submitting to the content creators as content creators. And to do that, you just go to a link that's pinned to the top of the page, or just message through facebook.com/paradigmshiftcentral. But ideally, we want to be able to bring more audience to that Facebook page, specifically that Facebook page, and I'm going to be working on that. I'll be putting together some promo stuff that we can share. But the big thing is that we need to share it, which segues me into this whole Facebook format algorithm. So the Facebook format algorithm is so gimped. Like, it is so freaking gimped. It is like ridiculous, and it's been something that I've been dealing with for a while, and it is relatively frustrating. I don't get frustrated by it. You try and like surf with the waves that you got, but it's just ridiculous in the sense that I'll give you numbers wise. So like Facebook Radio has close to 600 people who have liked 6,000 people who have liked the page, and if I put up a recent post like saying here's a new episode, please help share it, less than like 200 people will be like seeing that post, will be notified of that post. Another way around that, I'll just show you guys real quick actually. When you go to a page, just be sure to like add it to your interests. So I'm just gonna clarify, just so you guys know what I'm talking about. So obviously, like this is like the page that I'm admin for, so it's a little bit different. But well, actually, no, it'd still be the same. So what you want under here where it says liked, you click that, and then here it says get notifications, show in newsfeed. So just have both of those clicked, so then you're gonna be updated on all of the awesome videos that are coming through here. Like that's like really important, is that since there's also awesome, we want you to be able to catch them as much as possible. And then of course, if you're inspired by them, please continue to share them, invite people further, because like I said, we're working like not, you know, against might not be the right word, but like we're adapting to what we have to deal with. And what we have to deal with are these incredibly gimped algorithms, meaning that in order to pick up Facebook's slack, we have to individually share content as a community. So whether you're a content creator, whether you're just watching this video and are interested in what is happening here, your assistance through sharing these, whether it be the radio show episodes or these new videos or just the Facebook pages in general or the main website or any of the videos, is incredibly important, because that will help accelerate things in very important ways. And the whole thing, like this pattern of how things work, when people find out about the website, not only do they get access to a lot of this information, so it's like a great portal for them to start learning about all this consciousness expanding stuff, this paradigm shifting stuff. It also like it potentially inspires them to create a community where they are. And once that is taken into, like, once that's brought into fruition, that is life-changing for lots of people who are in that proximity of that person. So when you share stuff to people who you don't even know through the magic of the internet, like the internet's really friggin' amazing right now. The fact that you can just like put this out there, and by you putting it in places that I'm not putting it in, meaning my branches only go so far, right? Collectively, we can put it into places where people are seeing it. And I think we can agree that, like, through the updates that we got on the website, through the awesome content, through the awesome community that we got like a pretty good thing going here. And that given the case, it's pretty attractive. It's a nice presentation. It looks good to people who stumble upon it and be like, whoa, this is different. This is pretty interesting. There's actually like something going on here. So it's inviting, and it gets people involved, and that's the viral aspect of it. And we're not in a rush. But again, we're trying to prepare, we're trying to get ready for just being as epic, as awesome as possible down the road, whenever that may be. So, I mean, feel it out. There is divine timing for everything. And if you're thinking about starting a paradigm shift community, then I would recommend think about it just a little bit more, and presuming that the answer is not no, then just get into it, and that would simply be even something just as starting up the Facebook page. And then from there, you're looking to start up physical meetings, and then from there, you're looking to connect with people, and you'll be surprised how easy it is once you start to get your meetings regular. And I know a lot of the other admins will agree. It's that once, if you can, and especially if you put your meetings on Fridays, if you can arrange your meetings on Fridays, that's super awesome. Like I would say that Friday is the most ideal day of the week. Not only that, Friday is also the throat chakra day. So it makes sense that we would talk a lot on Friday, and that's what you do. You sit in a group circle, you talk, laugh, fart, talk, meditate, talk, hang out more, eat shawarma, chill out in a park, and then go home. And then do it again next week, and it's awesome. So I'm excited to hear what happens for the people who are doing this. And of course, the buttons. Buttons are super useful tools. Check out the video through the website if you haven't seen my demonstration of one way how to use them, how to hack the matrix. So, now that this video is like 20 minutes long, walking the dogs, being psychic with your pets, I just think that's a really cool thing. Just, if you have pets, just practice being psychic with them. And I'm not even just saying, like, trying to talk to them with your mind. That's part of it. So like when you say something, don't just say something. Say it with your mind. Say it with your emotions. Say it with your heart. And just notice if they were more receptive to that. And also just like being able to like be empathetic and just like be able to acknowledge and recognize their energy, so to speak, and even do like hands-on healing, Reiki when you're petting your pets. Think of that as like hands-on energy work. So stuff like that. Shout out to my dogs, Shelby and Dallin. So mindfulness magic I was going to talk about in the grid, and I'll just wrap this up real quick. So I got like 3 things to drink from here. Drink the tea. So, the grid, I was just going to show you real quick. This is just like a cool picture. This one showed up through Facebook feed. But, there's that popping up? Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, no, I just think that's like kind of a cool reminder of the sacred geometry that is surrounding the Earth. Like, the Earth literally is like a giant Metatron's cube. And, the shape of it's not just an idea, like it's actually there, and you can actually like see this around the Earth. You can actually like see this in the sky. Some people can, and I know I've seen it at times. And yeah, it's just kind of like relating to the idea of how interconnected everything is, and also the idea of what I want to talk about with like mindfulness magic and like the sacred geometry that exists as your thoughts ripples out into the sacred geometry of the grid. Like, your thoughts are no different from like the physical reality in the sense that it's still like part of the matrix, it's part of the grid. So just be mindful of everything that you are putting out into the grid. Mindfulness magic is the understanding that you are performing magic all the time. So every single thought that you go out is casting, is like projecting a spell, is potentially bringing back a reality to you. So just be very mindful of what you're putting out, and not to say that's not okay to like have like negative thoughts, but if you can observe the process that you are, then also observe the option to take conscious control over where you're putting your thoughts at any given moment, and understanding that sometimes the most important thing that we can keep in mind is that it is our responsibility. It is like how we respond, as in how we respond. How are you responding to your environment? And yeah, it even goes to the idea like it's badass to keep your cool, you know? So just keep that keep that in mind, right? So just conscious mindfulness, coming Jedis, and yeah, one with the Force, right? So, I mean, yeah, magic in a layman's sense is just like when you do something and something else happens. That's magic in my books. As simple as that sounds. Yeah, we'll work with that. So, last thing I just got to mention, thanks for watching. Obviously, add me on Facebook. And Spacelight, I did want to mention, so I just want to give a quick demo if you're watching this far, real quick. So, this is, here, watch this. So this is like a glass of water, and actually I'm just gonna like fill this up a little bit more, just so it fully makes sense. So that's like a glass of water. This is a 2-liter bottle. Spacelight is this little jar here, and it's a white powder, and it's helping get pH. It's helping get potassium into your diet, which helps balance out your pH levels. And this is how you use it. So, I mean, since it's just a powder, you just shake it up, loosen it up. And then from there, I mean, you can just sort of put it into the cap of itself if you want. And then from there, you can just see it's just like a little tiny bit. It's not even that much. You can barely even see it. I mean, you can see it, but it's just like white. So anyways, this goes in here. And then from there, you're pretty much just stirring it up. And you'd put about a teaspoon into 2 liters, and I do have a knife, so anyways, it completely dilutes. Like, that's the whole point. Spacelight dilutes in water. People ask, how do I get potassium into my diet? Well, you can eat 100 bananas a day, but even still, that probably wouldn't actually work too well. So what you can do is you can get Spacelight, and yeah, it is really weird that society makes it incredibly difficult to get potassium, which is like such an important part. And not to say like this is just potassium. My buddy Joe, he's going to explain this better again. I'm waiting on him to do like an individual video because he's the guy who made it. But it's a particular way that the potassium is like put together as like a compound that allows it to dissolve, and it basically like is able to go inside the body in a different way and be able to interact with the cells at a molecular level and re-oxygenize our cells. So cheers to those of you doing your thing out there. And the reason why I want you to know about Spacelight is not because I'm trying to sell you it. It's because I'm trying to tell you about it. I'm trying to let you know that the option is there, because this is not something that you'll probably hear about too much otherwise, because there really aren't too many other similar things. And I want my team to be on their A game. Like I said, we gotta get ready for playoffs. So if we have Spacelight, I mean, literally, like if I was like coaching a hockey team, I would like be giving like all my boys and girls like Spacelight, because it's also like the whole potassium thing. Just to wrap this up, just so you understand, the whole potassium thing and this whole Spacelight thing, it also helps a lot with like athletics. It prevents plaque buildup. It's an anti-acid, so our body is constantly stricken by acid building up in our body, which is usually a result of diet. And a lot of us do have a tendency to like not eat the best foods unless you're like super raw somehow, and because of that, there's acidic buildup in our body, and that can like decay our bones and just sort of really age us, like more so than we naturally would be otherwise. So Spacelight is kind of like an elixir of youth, meaning it helps your body like reclaim its natural healing abilities. It's the antacid, like I said, so it prevents the acidic buildup even on your teeth, within your muscles, your joints, so you don't have the lactic acid buildup. And the lactic acid is what causes your muscles to really be sore when you run around. If you're not really used to like working out, if you want to increase your endurance, Spacelight is great for this. So like after this, I'm gonna like use my chin up bar over there and just like do a bunch of like crazy chin ups with like my legs like planked, and just like get some additional workout there and enjoy doing it because it doesn't destroy me in the process, since like Spacelight is like already in my system and stuff like that. So again, I want people to get Spacelight because I want people to be awesome, and I want them to be able to share that awesomeness with other people in their communities, and it's going to be awesome for everybody. So Spacelight puts you in the future. Where do you want to be? And with that said, you can order it through the website, paradigmcentral.com/Spacelight. It's like down at the bottom. Scroll down to the toolbox. You can see it there. And last thing, again, the buttons. If you haven't yet, please check out the buttons and let me know when you want to put in an order for that. And I always try to include some bonus buttons for the admins and people who are like starting up. Well, that would be an admin, people who are starting up a community. And just let me know, because like we want people to be able to use these to get those out there to like build friendships, and they really work. Like they're spell casting, so each one of those is like a spell where it's like ta, like God, and like throw it into the grid, and then it's like and then yeah, force fields. So PSR Plus, last thing on the thing, PSR Plus, somebody actually donated to PSR Plus. There's like at this point 50 hours left in the campaign, give or take. And what I'm going to do for that, I'm going to read an audiobook. I'm going to read The Alchemist to begin with, and there's like so much stuff I could read, and that will be like bonus content. So that would be like $25 that I'm asking for you to have access to that as I continue to make it over time. And basically like that, this additional work that I'm doing by having you purchase it, so to speak, and it's kind of like it's related to consciousness shifting stuff, but it's like separate from Parrot. It can stand as like its own thing. Basically, what this helps me do is be able to like actually potentially make a living in some way or another by like continuing to do the paradigm shift stuff, by doing this like slightly doing this extra bonus stuff in addition to all the stuff that we're already doing and we already got going on. So let me know if you're interested in hearing me read The Alchemist as an audiobook, and it would be more than that. Like $25 would give you access to a lifetime of all the other books that I'd be reading after that. So it sounds like a pretty good deal to me. So paradigmcentral.com/PSR Plus, or just message me through Facebook. So like I said, this video is 20 minutes long. For the other admins, if you can if you can keep it short, please do. I mean, this is just kind of almost like a mini version of the radio show, and I'm working at getting it shorter, obviously, but this is like a good sign. The fact that there's a lot to talk about is a good sign. That means like week to week there's a lot that happens. 1 week is like a lot that can happen, and a lot is happening, so let's keep it happening, and definitely, we're doing a good job. I'm very, very happy, very pleased, very impressed with where we are, and I can definitely see where we can continue to go towards. So let's keep doing that. So the infinity within me sees, honors, and respects the infinity within you. So until next time, see you in the future. Peace. Namaste. Go do some pull-ups. One love.